بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عَمَّ يتساءلون
About what are they asking one another? 1.
عن النبأ العظيم
About the great news. 2.
الذي هم فيه مختلفون
That over which they are in disagreement. 3.
كلا سيعلمون
No, they are going to know. 4.
ثم كلا سيعلمون
Then, no, they are going to know. 5.
ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا
Have we not made the earth a resting place? 6.
والجبال أوتادا
And the mountains as stakes? 7.
وخلقناكم أزواجا
And we created you in pairs. 8.
وجعلنا نومكم سباتا
And made your sleep a means for rest. 9.
وجعلنا الليل لباسا
And made the night as clothing. 1.
وجعلنا النهار معاشا
And made the day for livelihood. 1.
وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا
And constructed above you 7 strong heavens. 12.
وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا
And made therein a burning lamp. 1.
وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا
And sent down from the rain clouds pouring water. 14.
لنخرج به حبا ونباتا
That we may bring forth thereby grain and vegetation. 1.
وجنات ألفافا
And gardens of entwined growth. 1.
إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا
Indeed, the day of judgment is an appointed time. 1.
يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا
The day the horn is blown, and you will come forth in multitudes. 18.
وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا
And the heaven is opened and will become gateways. 19.
وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا
And the mountains are removed and will be but a mirage. 2.
إن جهنم كانت مرصادا
Indeed, hell has been lying in wait to 1.
للطاغين مآبا
For the transgressors, a place of return. 2.
لابثين فيها أحقابا
In which they will remain for ages unending. 3.
لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا
They will not taste therein any coolness or drink. 4.
إلا حميما وغساقا
Except scalding water and foul purulence. 25.
جزاء وفاقا
An appropriate recompense. 6.
إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا
Indeed, they were not expecting an account. 7.
وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا
And denied our verses with emphatic denial. 8.
وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا
But all things we have enumerated in writing. 9.
فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا
So taste the penalty, and never will we increase you except in torment. 3.
إن للمتقين مفازا
Indeed, for the righteous is attainment. 3.
حدائق وأعنابا
Gardens and grapevines. 32.
وكواعب أترابا
And full-breasted companions of equal age. 33.
وكأسا دهاقا
And a full cup. 3.
لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا
No ill speech will they hear therein, or any falsehood. 3.
جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا
As reward from your Lord, a generous gift made due by account. 3.
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا.
From the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and whatever is between them, the most merciful, they possess not from him authority for speech. 37.
يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا.
The day that the Spirit and the angels will stand in rows. They will not speak except for one whom the most merciful permits, and he will say what is correct. 38.
ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا.
That is the true day. So he who wills may take to his Lord a way of return. 39.
إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا.
Indeed, we have warned you of a near punishment on the day when a man will observe what his hands have put forth, and the disbeliever will say, "Oh, I wish that I were dust, for oh."
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والنازعات غرقا.
By those angels who extract with violence one,
والناشطات نشطا.
and by those who remove with ease two,
والسابحات سبحا.
and by those who glide as if swimming three,
فالسابقات سبقا.
and those who race each other in a race four,
فالمدبرات أمرا.
and those who arrange each matter five.
يوم ترجف الراجفة.
On the day the blast of the horn will convulse creation. 6.
تتبعها الرادفة.
There will follow it the subsequent one. 7.
قلوب يومئذ واجفة.
Hearts that day will tremble. 8.
أبصارها خاشعة.
Their eyes humbled. 9.
يقولون أئنا لمردودون في الحافرة.
They are presently saying, will we indeed be returned to our former state of life? 1.
أئذا كنا عظاما نخرة.
Even if we should be decayed bones. 1.
قالوا تلك إذا كرة خاسرة.
They say that then would be a losing return. 1.
فإنما هي زجرة واحدة.
Indeed, it will be but one shout. 1.
فإذا هم بالساهرة.
And suddenly they will be alert upon the earth's surface. 1.
هل أتاك حديث موسى.
Has there reached you the story of Moses? 15.
إذ ناداه ربه بالوادي المقدس طوى.
When his Lord called to him in the sacred valley of Tuwa. 16.
اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى.
Go to Pharaoh. Indeed, he has transgressed. 1.
فقل هل لك إلى أن تزكى.
And say to him, would you be willing to purify yourself? 1.
وأهديك إلى ربك فتخشى.
And let me guide you to your Lord, so you would fear him. 19.
فأراه الآية الكبرى.
And he showed him the greatest sign. 2.
فكذب وعصى.
But Pharaoh denied and disobeyed. 2.
ثم أدبر يسعى.
Then he turned his back, striving. 2.
فحشر فنادى.
And he gathered his people and called out the 3.
فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى.
And said, I am your most exalted Lord. 2.
فأخذه الله نكال الآخرة والأولى.
So Allah seized him in exemplary punishment for the last and the first transgression. 5.
إن في ذلك لعبرة لمن يخشى
Indeed, and that is a warning for whoever would fear Allah. To 6.
أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها
Are you a more difficult creation, or is the heaven? Allah constructed it. To 7.
رفع سمكها فسواها
He raised its ceiling and proportioned it. To 8.
وأغطش ليلها وأخرج ضحاها
And he darkened its night and extracted its brightness. To 9.
والأرض بعد ذلك دحاها
And after that he spread the earth. 3.
أخرج منها ماءها ومرعاها
He extracted from it its water and its pasture. 3.
والجبال أرساها
And the mountains he set firmly. 3.
متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم
As provision for you and your grazing livestock. 3.
فإذا جاءت الطامة الكبرى
But when there comes the greatest overwhelming calamity. 34.
يوم يتذكر الإنسان ما سعى
The day when man will remember that for which he strove. 3.
وبرزت الجحيم لمن يرى
And hellfire will be exposed for all those who see. 36.
فأما من طغى
So as for he who transgressed. 3.
وآثر الحياة الدنيا
And preferred the life of the world. 3.
فإن الجحيم هي المأوى
Then indeed, hellfire will be his refuge. 3.
وأما من خاف مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى
But as for he who feared the position of his Lord, and prevented the soul from unlawful inclination. 4.
فإن الجنة هي المأوى
Then indeed, paradise will be his refuge. For 1.
يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها
They ask you, O Muhammad, about the hour. When is its arrival? 42.
فيما أنت من ذكراها
In what position are you that you should mention it? For 3.
إلى ربك منتهاها
To your Lord is its finality. For 4.
إنما أنت منذر من يخشاها
You are only a warner for those who fear it. For 5.
كأنهم يوم يرونها لم يلبثوا إلا عشية أو ضحاها
It will be, on the day they see it, as though they had not remained in the world except for an afternoon or a morning thereof. 46.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم عبس وتولى
The Prophet frowned and turned away. 1.
أن جاءه الأعمى
Because there came to him the blind man, interrupting. 2.
وما يدريك لعله يزكى
But what would make you perceive, O Muhammad, that perhaps he might be purified. 3.
أو يذكر فتنفعه الذكرى
Or be reminded, and the remembrance would benefit him. 4.
أما من استغنى
As for he who thinks himself without need. 5.
فأنت له تصدى
To him you give attention. 6.
وما عليك ألا يزكى
And not upon you is any blame if he will not be purified. 7.
وأما من جاءك يسعى
But as for he who came to you striving for knowledge. 8.
وهو يخشى
While he fears Allah. 9.
فأنت عنه تلهى
From him you are distracted. 1.
كلا إنها تذكرة
No, indeed, these verses are a reminder. 1:1.
فمن شاء ذكره
So, whoever wills may remember it. 1:2.
في صحف مكرمة
It is recorded in honored sheets. 1:3.
مرفوعة مطهرة
Exalted and purified. 1:4.
بأيدي سفرة
Carried by the hands of messenger angels. 1:5.
كرام بررة
Noble and dutiful. 1:6.
قتل الإنسان ما أكفره
Cursed is man. How disbelieving is he. 1:7.
من أي شيء خلقه
From what substance did he create him. 1:8.
من نطفة خلقه فقدره
From a sperm drop he created him and destined for him. 19.
ثم السبيل يسره
Then he eased the way for him. 20.
ثم أماته فأقبره
Then he causes his death and provides a grave for him. 1.
ثم إذا شاء أنشره
Then when he wills, he will resurrect him. 2.
كلا لما يقض ما أمره
No, man has not yet accomplished what he commanded him. 23.
فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه
Then let mankind look at his food. 24.
أنا صببنا الماء صبا
How we poured down water in torrents. 5.
ثم شققنا الأرض شقا
Then we broke open the earth, splitting it with sprouts. 6.
فأنبتنا فيها حبا
And caused to grow within it grain. 27.
وعنبا وقضبا
And grapes and herbage. 8.
وزيتونا ونخلا
And olive and palm trees. 9.
وحدائق غلبا
And gardens of dense shrubbery. 30.
وفاكهة وأبا
And fruit and grass. 31.
متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم
As enjoyment for you and your grazing livestock. 3:2.
فإذا جاءت الصاخة
But when there comes the deafening blast. 33.
يوم يفر المرء من أخيه
On the day a man will flee from his brother. 34.
وأمه وأبيه
And his mother and his father. 35.
وصاحبته وبنيه
And his wife and his children. 3:6.
لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه
For every man, that day, will be a matter adequate for him. 37.
وجوه يومئذ مسفرة
Some faces, that day, will be bright. 38.
ضاحكة مستبشرة
Laughing, rejoicing at good news. 39.
ووجوه يومئذ عليها غبرة
And other faces, that day, will have upon them dust. For
ترهقها قترة
blackness will cover them. 41.
أولئك هم الكفرة الفجرة
Those are the disbelievers, the wicked ones. For 2.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا الشمس كورت
1. When the sun is put out.
وإذا النجوم انكدرت
2. And when the stars fall down.
وإذا الجبال سيرت
3. And when the mountains are blown away.
وإذا العشار عطلت
4. And when pregnant camels are left untended.
وإذا الوحوش حشرت
5. And when wild beasts are gathered together.
وإذا البحار سجرت
6. And when the seas are set on fire.
وإذا النفوس زوجت
7. And when the souls and their bodies are paired once more.
وإذا الموءودة سئلت
8. And when baby girls, buried alive, are asked,
بأي ذنب قتلت
9. For what crime they were put to death.
وإذا الصحف نشرت
10. And when the records of deeds are laid open.
وإذا السماء كشطت
11. And when the sky is stripped away.
وإذا الجحيم سعرت
12. And when the hellfire is fiercely flared up.
وإذا الجنة أزلفت
13. And when paradise is brought near.
علمت نفس ما أحضرت
14. On that day each soul will know what deeds it has brought along.
فلا أقسم بالخنس
15. I do swear by the receding stars.
الجوار الكنس
16. Which travel and hide.
والليل إذا عسعس
17. And the night as it falls.
والصبح إذا تنفس
18. And the day as it breaks.
إنه لقول رسول كريم
19. Indeed, this Qur'an is the word of Allah delivered by Gabriel, a noble messenger angel.
ذي قوة عند ذي العرش مكين
20. Full of power, held in honor by the Lord of the throne.
مطاع ثم أمين
21. Obeyed there in heaven, and trustworthy.
وما صاحبكم بمجنون
22. And your fellow man one is not insane.
ولقد رآه بالأفق المبين
23. And he did see that angel on the clear horizon.
وما هو على الغيب بضنين
24. And he does not withhold what is revealed to him of the unseen.
وما هو بقول شيطان رجيم
25. And this Qur'an is not the word of an outcast devil.
فأين تذهبون
26. So, what other path would you take?
إن هو إلا ذكر للعالمين
27. Surely this Qur'an is only a reminder to the whole world.
لمن شاء منكم أن يستقيم
28. To whoever of you wills to take the straight way.
وما تشاءون إلا أن يشاء الله رب العالمين
29. But you cannot will to do so, except by the will of Allah, the Lord of all worlds.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا السماء انفطرت
1. When the sky splits open.
وإذا الكواكب انتثرت
2. And when the stars fall away.
وإذا البحار فجرت
3. And when the seas burst forth.
وإذا القبور بعثرت
4. And when the seas burst forth.
علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت
5. Then each soul will know what it has sent forth or left behind.
يا أيها الإنسان ما غرك بربك الكريم
6. O humanity, what has emboldened you against your Lord, the most generous?
الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك
7. Who created you, fashioned you, and perfected your design.
في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك
8. Molding you in whatever form he willed.
كلا بل تكذبون بالدين
9. But no, in fact, you deny the final judgment.
وإن عليكم لحافظين
10. While you are certainly observed by vigilant.
كراما كاتبين
11. Honorable angels, recording everything.
يعلمون ما تفعلون
12. They know whatever you do.
إن الأبرار لفي نعيم
13. Indeed, the virtuous will be in bliss.
وإن الفجار لفي جحيم
14. And the wicked will be in hell.
يصلونها يوم الدين
15. Burning in it on Judgment Day.
وما هم عنها بغائبين
16. And they will have no escape from it.
وما أدراك ما يوم الدين
17. What will make you realize what Judgment Day is?
ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين
18. Again, what will make you realize what Judgment Day is?
يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله
19. It is the day no soul will be of any benefit to another whatsoever. For all authority on that day belongs to all entirely.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل للمطففين
1. Woe to the defrauders.
الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون
2. Those who take full measure when they buy from people.
وإذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم يخسرون
3. But give less when they measure or weigh for buyers.
ألا يظن أولئك أنهم مبعوثون
4. Do such people not think that they will be resurrected?
ليوم عظيم
5. For a tremendous day.
يوم يقوم الناس لرب العالمين
6. The day all people will stand before the Lord of all worlds.
كلا إن كتاب الفجار لفي سجين
7. But no, the wicked are certainly bound for Sijin 1 in the depths of hell.
وما أدراك ما سجين
8. And what will make you realize what Sijin is?
كتاب مرقوم
9. A fate already sealed.
ويل يومئذ للمكذبين
10. Woe on that day to the deniers.
الذين يكذبون بيوم الدين
11. Those who deny Judgment Day.
وما يكذب به إلا كل معتد أثيم
12. None would deny it except every evil-doing transgressor.
إذا تتلى عليه آياتنا قال أساطير الأولين
13. Whenever our revelations are recited to them, they say, ancient fables.
كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون
14. But no, in fact, their hearts have been stained by all the evil they used to commit.
كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون
15. Undoubtedly, they will be sealed off from their Lord on that day.
ثم إنهم لصالو الجحيم
16. Moreover, they will surely burn in hell.
ثم يقال هذا الذي كنتم به تكذبون
17. And then be told, this is what you used to deny.
كلا إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين
18. But no, the virtuous are certainly bound for a lion one in elevated gardens.
وما أدراك ما عليون
19. And what will make you realize what a lion is?
كتاب مرقوم
20. A fate already sealed.
يشهده المقربون
21. Witnessed by those nearest to Allah.
إن الأبرار لفي نعيم
22. Surely the virtuous will be in bliss.
على الأرائك ينظرون
23. Seated on canopied couches, gazing around.
تعرف في وجوههم نضرة النعيم
24. You will recognize on their faces the glow of delight.
يسقون من رحيق مختوم
25. They will be given a drink of sealed, pure wine.
ختامه مسك وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون
26. Whose last sip will smell like musk. So let whoever aspires to this strive diligently.
ومزاجه من تسنيم
27. And this drink's flavor will come from tasnim.
عينا يشرب بها المقربون
28. A spring from which those nearest to Allah will drink.
إن الذين أجرموا كانوا من الذين آمنوا يضحكون
29. Indeed, the wicked used to laugh at the believers.
وإذا مروا بهم يتغامزون
30. Winked to one another whenever they passed by.
وإذا انقلبوا إلى أهلهم انقلبوا فكهين
31. And muse over these exploits upon returning to their own people.
وإذا رأوهم قالوا إن هؤلاء لضالون
32. And when they saw the faithful, they would say, These people are truly astray.
وما أرسلوا عليهم حافظين
33. Even though they were not sent as keepers over the believers.
فاليوم الذين آمنوا من الكفار يضحكون
34. But on that day the believers will be laughing at the disbelievers.
على الأرائك ينظرون
35. As they sit on canopied couches, looking on.
هل ثوب الكفار ما كانوا يفعلون
36. The believers will be asked, Have the disbelievers not been paid back for what they used to do?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا السماء انشقت
1. When the sky bursts open.
وأذنت لربها وحقت
2. Obeying its Lord as it must.
وإذا الأرض مدت
3. And when the earth is flattened out.
وألقت ما فيها وتخلت
4. And ejects all its contents one and becomes empty.
وأذنت لربها وحقت
5. Obeying its Lord as it must. Surely you will all be judged.
يا أيها الإنسان إنك كادح إلى ربك كدحا فملاقيه
6. O humanity, indeed, you are laboring restlessly towards your Lord, and will eventually meet the consequences.
فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه
7. As for those who are given their record in their right hand,
فسوف يحاسب حسابا يسيرا
8. They will have an easy reckoning,
وينقلب إلى أهله مسرورا
9. And will return to their people joyfully.
وأما من أوتي كتابه وراء ظهره
10. And as for those who are given their record in their left hand from behind their backs.
فسوف يدعو ثبورا
11. They will cry for instant destruction.
ويصلى سعيرا
12. And will burn in the blazing fire.
إنه كان في أهله مسرورا
13. For they used to be prideful among their people.
إنه ظن أن لن يحور
14. Thinking they would never return to Allah.
بلى إن ربه كان به بصيرا
15. Yes, they would. Surely their Lord has always been all-seeing of them.
فلا أقسم بالشفق
16. So, I do swear by the twilight.
والليل وما وسق
17. And by the night and whatever it envelops.
والقمر إذا اتسق
18. And by the moon when it waxes full.
لتركبن طبقا عن طبق
19. You will certainly pass from one state to another. 1.
فما لهم لا يؤمنون
20. So, what is the matter with them that they do not believe?
وإذا قرئ عليهم القرآن لا يسجدون
21. And when the Qur'an is recited to them, they do not bow down in submission. 1.
بل الذين كفروا يكذبون
22. In fact, the disbelievers persist in denial.
والله أعلم بما يوعون
23. But Allah knows best whatever they hide.
فبشرهم بعذاب أليم
24. So give them good news of a painful punishment.
إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم أجر غير ممنون
25. But those who believe and do good will have a never-ending reward.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء ذات البروج
1. By the sky full of constellations.
واليوم الموعود
2. And the promised day of judgment.
وشاهد ومشهود
3. And the witness and what is witnessed. 1.
قتل أصحاب الأخدود
4. Condemned are the makers of the ditch.
النار ذات الوقود
5. The fire pit, filled with fuel.
إذ هم عليها قعود
6. When they sat around it.
وهم على ما يفعلون بالمؤمنين شهود
7. Watching what they had ordered to be done to the believers.
وما نقموا منهم إلا أن يؤمنوا بالله العزيز الحميد
8. Who they resented for no reason, other than belief in Allah the Almighty, the Praiseworthy.
الذي له ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء شهيد
9. The one to whom belongs the kingdom of the heavens and earth, and Allah is a witness over all things.
إن الذين فتنوا المؤمنين والمؤمنات ثم لم يتوبوا فلهم عذاب جهنم ولهم عذاب الحريق
10. Those who persecute the believing men and women and then do not repent will certainly suffer the punishment of hell and the torment of burning.
إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ذلك الفوز الكبير
11. Surely those who believe and do good will have gardens under which rivers flow. That is the greatest triumph.
إن بطش ربك لشديد
12. Indeed, the crushing grip of your Lord is severe.
إنه هو يبدئ ويعيد
13. For he is certainly the one who originates and resurrects all.
وهو الغفور الودود
14. And he is the all-forgiving, all-loving.
ذو العرش المجيد
15. Lord of the throne, the all-glorious.
فعال لما يريد
16. Doer of whatever he wills.
هل أتاك حديث الجنود
17. Has the story of the destroyed forces reached you, O Prophet?
فرعون وثمود
18. The forces of Pharaoh and Thame.
بل الذين كفروا في تكذيب
19. Yet the disbelievers still persist in denial.
والله من ورائهم محيط
20. But Allah encompasses them from all sides.
بل هو قرآن مجيد
21. In fact, this is a glorious Quran.
في لوح محفوظ
22. Recorded in a preserved tablet.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والطارق
1. By the heaven and the nightly star.
وما أدراك ما الطارق
2. And what will make you realize what the nightly star is?
النجم الثاقب
3. It is the star of piercing brightness.
إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ
4. There is no soul without a vigilant angel, recording everything.
فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق
5. Let people then consider what they were created from.
خلق من ماء دافق
6. They were created from a spurting fluid.
يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب
7. Stemming from between the backbone and the ribcage. 1.
إنه على رجعه لقادر
8. Surely he is fully capable of bringing them back to life.
يوم تبلى السرائر
9. On the day all secrets will be disclosed.
فما له من قوة ولا ناصر
10. Then one will have neither power nor any helper.
والسماء ذات الرجع
11. By the sky with its recurring cycles.
والأرض ذات الصدع
12. And the earth with its sprouting plants.
إنه لقول فصل
13. Surely this Quran is a decisive word.
وما هو بالهزل
14. And is not to be taken lightly.
إنهم يكيدون كيدا
15. They are certainly devising evil plans.
وأكيد كيدا
16. But I to am planning.
فمهل الكافرين أمهلهم رويدا
17. So bear with the disbelievers, O Prophet. Let them be for just a little while.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى
1. Glorify the name of your Lord, the Most High.
الذي خلق فسوى
2. Who created and perfectly fashioned all.
والذي قدر فهدى
3. And who ordained precisely and inspired accordingly.
والذي أخرج المرعى
4. And who brings forth green pasture.
فجعله غثاء أحوى
5. Then reduces it to withered chaff.
سنقرئك فلا تنسى
6. We will have you recite the Quran, O Prophet. So, you will not forget any of it.
إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى
7. Unless Allah wills otherwise. One He surely knows what is open and what is hidden.
ونيسرك لليسرى
8. We will facilitate for you the way of ease.
فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى
9. So always remind with the Qur'an even if the reminder is beneficial only to some.
سيذكر من يخشى
10. Those in awe of Allah will be mindful of it.
ويتجنبها الأشقى
11. But it will be shunned by the most wretched.
الذي يصلى النار الكبرى
12. Who will burn in the greatest fire.
ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا
13. Where they will not be able to live or die.
قد أفلح من تزكى
14. Successful indeed are those who purify themselves.
وذكر اسم ربه فصلى
15. Remember the name of their Lord and pray.
بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا
16. But you deniers only prefer the life of this world.
والآخرة خير وأبقى
17. Even though the hereafter is far better and more lasting.
إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى
18. This is certainly mentioned in the earlier scriptures.
صحف إبراهيم وموسى
19. The scriptures of Abraham and Moses.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هل أتاك حديث الغاشية
1. Has the news of the overwhelming event reached you, O Prophet?
وجوه يومئذ خاشعة
2. On that day some faces will be downcast.
عاملة ناصبة
3. Totally overburdened, exhausted.
تصلى نارا حامية
4. Burning in a scorching fire.
تسقى من عين آنية
5. Left to drink from a scalding spring.
ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع
6. They will have no food except a foul, thorny shrub.
لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع
7. Neither nourishing nor satisfying hunger.
وجوه يومئذ ناعمة
8. On that day other faces will be glowing with bliss.
لسعيها راضية
9. Fully pleased with their striving.
في جنة عالية
10. In an elevated garden.
لا تسمع فيها لاغية
11. Where no idle talk will be heard.
فيها عين جارية
12. And it will be a running spring.
فيها سرر مرفوعة
13. Along with thrones raised high.
وأكواب موضوعة
14. And cups set at hand.
ونمارق مصفوفة
15. And fine cushions lined up.
وزرابي مبثوثة
16. And splendid carpets spread out.
أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت
17. Do they not ever reflect on camels how they were masterfully created?
وإلى السماء كيف رفعت
18. And the sky how it was raised high.
وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت
19. And the mountains how they were firmly set up.
وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت
20. And the earth how it was leveled out.
فذكر إنما أنت مذكر
21. So, continue to remind all, O Prophet. For your duty is only to remind.
لست عليهم بمسيطر
22. You are not there to compel them to believe.
إلا من تولى وكفر
23. But whoever turns away, persisting in disbelief.
فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر
24. Then Allah will inflict upon them the major punishment.
إن إلينا إيابهم
25. Surely to us is their return.
ثم إن علينا حسابهم
26. Then surely with us is their reckoning.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر
1. By the dawn.
وليال عشر
2. And the 10 nights.
والشفع والوتر
3. And the even and the odd.
والليل إذا يسر
4. And the night when it passes.
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر
5. Is all this not a sufficient oath for those who have sense?
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد
6. Did you not see how your Lord dealt with?
إرم ذات العماد
7. The people of Iram with their great stature.
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد
8. Unmatched in any other land.
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد
9. And famed who carved their homes into the rocks in the stone valley.
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد
10. And the Pharaoh of mighty structures.
الذين طغوا في البلاد
11. They all transgressed throughout the land.
فأكثروا فيها الفساد
12. Spreading much corruption there.
فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب
13. So your Lord unleashed on them a scourge of punishment.
إن ربك لبالمرصاد
14. For your Lord is truly vigilant.
فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن
15. Now, whenever a human being is tested by their Lord through his generosity and blessings, they boast, "My Lord has deservedly honored me."
وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن
16. But when he tests them by limiting their provision, they protest, "My Lord has undeservedly humiliated me."
كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم
17. Absolutely not. In fact, you are not even gracious to the orphan.
ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين
18. Nor do you urge one another to feed the poor.
وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما
19. And you devour others' inheritance greedily.
وتحبون المال حبا جما
20. And love wealth fervently.
كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا
21. Enough, when the earth is entirely crushed over and over.
وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا
22. And your Lord comes to judge with angels, rank upon rank.
وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى
23. And hell is brought forth on that day. This is when every disbelieving person will remember their own sins. But what is the use of remembering then?
يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي
24. They will cry, "I wish I had sent forth something good for my true life."
فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد
25. On that day, he will punish them severely, like no other.
ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد
26. And bind them tightly, like no other.
يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة
27. Allah will say to the righteous, "O tranquil soul,
ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية
28. Return to your Lord, well pleased with him and well pleasing to him."
فادخلي في عبادي
29. So join my servants.
وادخلي جنتي
30. And enter my paradise.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا أقسم بهذا البلد
1. I do swear by this city of Mecca,
وأنت حل بهذا البلد
2. Even though you, O Prophet, are subject to abuse in this city,
ووالد وما ولد
3. And by every parent and their child,
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد
4. Indeed, we have created humankind in constant struggle.
أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد
5. Do they think that no one has power over them?
يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا
6. Boasting, I have wasted enormous wealth.
أيحسب أن لم يره أحد
7. Do they think that no one sees them?
ألم نجعل له عينين
8. Have we not given them to eyes?
ولسانا وشفتين
9. A tongue, and to lips.
وهديناه النجدين
10. And shown them the two ways of right and wrong.
فلاقتحم العقبة
11. If only they had attempted the challenging path of goodness instead.
وما أدراك ما العقبة
12. And what will make you realize what attempting the challenging path is?
فك رقبة
13. It is to free a slave.
أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة
14. Or to give food in times of famine.
يتيما ذا مقربة
15. To an orphan relative.
أو مسكينا ذا متربة
16. Or to a poor person in distress.
ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة
17. And above all to be one of those who have faith, and urge each other to perseverance, and urge each other to compassion.
أولئك أصحاب الميمنة
18. These are the people of the right.
والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة
19. As for those who deny our signs, they are the people of the left.
عليهم نار مؤصدة
20. The fire will be sealed over them.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والشمس وضحاها
1. By the sun and its brightness.
والقمر إذا تلاها
2. And the moon as it follows it.
والنهار إذا جلاها
3. And the day as it unveils it.
والليل إذا يغشاها
4. And the night as it conceals it.
والسماء وما بناها
5. And by heaven and the one who built it.
والأرض وما طحاها
6. And the earth and the one who spread it.
ونفس وما سواها
7. And by the soul and the one who fashioned it.
فألهمها فجورها وتقواها
8. Then with the knowledge of right and wrong inspired it.
قد أفلح من زكاها
9. Successful indeed is the one who purifies their soul.
وقد خاب من دساها
10. And doomed is the one who corrupts it.
كذبت ثمود بطغواها
11. Thamed rejected the truth out of arrogance.
إذ انبعث أشقاها
12. When the most wicked of them was roused to kill the she-camel.
فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها
13. But the messenger of Allah warned them, do not disturb Allah's camel and her turn to drink.
فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها
14. Still they defied him and slaughtered her. So their Lord crushed them for their crime, leveling all to the ground.
ولا يخاف عقباها
15. He has no fear of consequences.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والليل إذا يغشى
1. By the night when it covers.
والنهار إذا تجلى
2. And the day when it shines.
وما خلق الذكر والأنثى
3. And by the one who created male and female.
إن سعيكم لشتى
4. Surely the ends you strive for are diverse.
فأما من أعطى واتقى
5. As for the one who is charitable, mindful of Allah.
وصدق بالحسنى
6. And firmly believes in the finest reward.
فسنيسره لليسرى
7. We will facilitate for them the way of ease.
وأما من بخل واستغنى
8. And as for the one who is stingy, indifferent to Allah.
وكذب بالحسنى
9. And staunchly denies the finest reward.
فسنيسره للعسرى
10. We will facilitate for them the path of hardship.
وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى
11. And their wealth will be of no benefit to them when they tumble into hell.
إن علينا للهدى
12. It is certainly upon us alone to show the way to guidance.
وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى
13. And surely to us alone belong this life and the next.
فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى
14. And so I have warned you of a raging fire.
لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى
15. In which none will burn except the most wretched.
الذي كذب وتولى
16. Who deny and turn away.
وسيجنبها الأتقى
17. But the righteous will be spared from it.
الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى
18. Who donate some of their wealth only to purify themselves.
وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى
19. Not in return for someone's favors.
إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى
20. But seeking the pleasure of their Lord, the Most High.
ولسوف يرضى
21. They will certainly be pleased.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى
1. By the morning sunlight.
والليل إذا سجى
2. And the night when it falls still.
ما ودعك ربك وما قلى
3. Your Lord, O Prophet, has not abandoned you, nor has he become hateful of you.
وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى
4. And the next life is certainly far better for you than this one.
ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى
5. And surely your Lord will give so much to you that you will be pleased.
ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى
6. Did he not find you as an orphan, then sheltered you?
ووجدك ضالا فهدى
7. Did he not find you unguided, then guided you?
ووجدك عائلا فأغنى
8. And did he not find you needy, then satisfied your needs?
فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر
9. So do not oppress the orphan.
وأما السائل فلا تنهر
10. Nor repulse the beggar.
وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث
11. And proclaim the blessings of your Lord.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك
1. Have we not uplifted your heart for you, O Prophet?
ووضعنا عنك وزرك
2. Relieved you of the burden.
الذي أنقض ظهرك
3. Which weighed so heavily on your back.
ورفعنا لك ذكرك
4. And elevated your renown for you.
فإن مع العسر يسرا
5. So, surely with hardship comes ease.
إن مع العسر يسرا
6. Surely with that hardship comes more ease.
فإذا فرغت فانصب
7. So once you have fulfilled your duty, strive in devotion.
وإلى ربك فارغب
8. Turning to your Lord alone with hope.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والتين والزيتون
1. By the fig and the olive of Jerusalem.
وطور سينين
2. And Mount Sinai.
وهذا البلد الأمين
3. And this secure city of Mecca.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم
4. Indeed, we created humans in the best form.
ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين
5. But we will reduce them to the lowest of the low in hell.
إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون
Except those who believe and do good. They will have a never-ending reward.
فما يكذبك بعد بالدين
7. Now, what makes you deny the final judgment?
أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين
8. Is Allah not the most just of all judges?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق
1. Read, O Prophet, in the name of your Lord who created.
خلق الإنسان من علق
2. Created humans from a clinging clot.
اقرأ وربك الأكرم
3. Read, and your Lord is the most generous.
الذي علم بالقلم
4. Who taught by the pen.
علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم
5. Taught humanity what they knew not.
كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى
6. Most certainly, one exceeds all bounds.
أن رآه استغنى
7. Once they think they are self-sufficient.
إن إلى ربك الرجعى
8. But surely to your Lord is the return of all.
أرأيت الذي ينهى
9. Have you seen the man who prevents?
عبدا إذا صلى
10. A servant of ours from praying.
أرأيت إن كان على الهدى
11. What if this servant is rightly guided?
أو أمر بالتقوى
12. Or encourages righteousness.
أرأيت إن كذب وتولى
13. What if that man persists in denial and turns away?
ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى
14. Does he not know that Allah sees all?
كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية
15. But no, if he does not desist, we will certainly drag him by the forelock.
ناصية كاذبة خاطئة
16. A lying, sinful forelock.
فليدع ناديه
17. So let him call his associates.
سندع الزبانية
18. We will call the wardens of hell.
كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب
19. Again. No, never obey him, O Prophet. Rather, continue to prostrate and draw near to Allah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر
1. Indeed, It is we who sent this Qur'an down on the night of glory.
وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر
2. And what will make you realize what the night of glory is?
ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر
3. The night of glory is better than 1,000 months.
تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر
4. That night the angels and the Holy Spirit one descend, by the permission of their Lord, for every decreed matter.
سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر
5. It is all peace until the break of dawn.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة
1. The disbelievers from the people of the book and the polytheists were not going to desist from disbelief until the clear proof came to them.
رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة
2. A messenger from Allah, reciting scrolls of utmost purity.
فيها كتب قيمة
3. Containing upright commandments.
وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة
4. It was not until this clear proof came to the people of the book that they became divided about his prophethood.
وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة
5. Even though they were only commanded to worship Allah alone with sincere devotion to Him, in all uprightness, establish prayer, and pay alms tax, that is the upright way.
إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية
6. Indeed, those who disbelieve from the people of the book and the polytheists will be in the fire of hell, to stay there forever. They are the worst of all beings.
إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية
7. Indeed, those who believe and do good, they are the best of all beings.
جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه
8. Their reward with their Lord will be gardens of eternity, under which rivers flow, to stay there forever and ever. Allah is pleased with them and they are pleased with Him. This is only for those in awe of their Lord.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها
1. When the earth is shaken with a violent shaking.
وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها
2. And the earth has issued its heavy burdens which it contains.
وقال الإنسان ما لها
3. And people ask, what happened to this earth?
يومئذ تحدث أخبارها
4. On that day the earth gave its news.
بأن ربك أوحى لها
5. Because verily your Lord has commanded such to him.
يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم
6. On that day people will come out of their graves in groups, to be shown to them reply all their deeds.
فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره
7. So whoever does a zera's weight of good, surely he will see reply it.
ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره.
8. And whoever does evil weighing zera, surely he will see reply it.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعاديات ضبحا
1. By the galloping war horse gasping for breath.
فالموريات قدحا
2. And the horse that sprinkles the sparks with the blow of its hooves.
فالمغيرات صبحا
3. And the horse that attacks suddenly in the morning.
فأثرن به نقعا
4. So fly the dust.
فوسطن به جمعا
5. Then stormed into the middle of a group of enemies.
إن الإنسان لربه لكنود
6. Indeed, man is very displeased, not grateful to his Lord.
وإنه على ذلك لشهيد
7. And indeed, he man witnesses confesses his denial.
وإنه لحب الخير لشديد
8. And indeed, his love for wealth is really excessive.
أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور
9. Then, does he not know when what is in the grave is brought out?
وحصل ما في الصدور
10. And what is stored in the chest to be born?
إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير
11. Verily, their Lord on that day is observant of their condition.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم القارعة
1. Doomsday.
ثم القارعة
2. What is doomsday?
وما أدراك ما القارعة
3. And do you know what the day of judgment is?
يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث
4. On that day humans will be like flying moths.
وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش
5. And the mountains like fluff.
فأما من ثقلت موازينه
6. So as for those whose scales goodness are heavy.
فهو في عيشة راضية
7. Then he is in a fulfilling happy life.
وأما من خفت موازينه
8. And as for those whose scales goodness are light.
فأمه هاوية
9. Then the place of return is hell Haya.
وما أدراك ما هي
10. And do you know what the Haya hell is?
نار حامية
11. That is a very hot fire.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألهاكم التكاثر
1. Boasting has neglected you.
حتى زرتم المقابر
2. Until you enter the grave.
كلا سوف تعلمون
3. Never. Later you will know the result of your actions.
ثم كلا سوف تعلمون
4. Then never. Soon you will find out.
كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين
5. Absolutely not. If you knew for certain.
لترون الجحيم
6. Surely you will really see the hell of Jahim.
ثم لترونها عين اليقين
7. Then you will really see it with your own eyes.
ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم
8. Then you will really be asked on that day about pleasures which are magnificent in that world.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر
1. For the sake of time.
إن الإنسان لفي خسر
2. Verily, man is in loss.
إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر
3. Except for those who believe and do good and exhort one another to truth, and exhort one another to patience.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل لكل همزة لمزة
1. Woe to every backbiter, slanderer.
الذي جمع مالا وعدده
2. Who amasses wealth greedily and counts it repeatedly.
يحسب أن ماله أخلده
3. Thinking that their wealth will make them immortal.
كلا لينبذن في الحطمة
4. Not at all. Such a person will certainly be tossed into the crusher.
وما أدراك ما الحطمة
5. And what will make you realize what the crusher is?
نار الله الموقدة
6. It is all as kindled fire.
التي تطلع على الأفئدة
7. Which rages over the hearts.
إنها عليهم مؤصدة
8. It will be sealed over them.
في عمد ممددة
9. Tightly secured with long braces.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل
1. Have you not seen, O Prophet, how your Lord dealt with the army of the elephant?
ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل
2. Did he not frustrate their scheme?
وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل
3. For he sent against them flocks of birds.
ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل
4. That pelted them with stones of baked clay.
فجعلهم كعصف مأكول
5. Leaving them like chewed up straw.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش
1. At least for the favor of making Quraysh habitually secure.
إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف
2. Secure in their trading caravan to Yemen in the winter, and Syria in the summer.
فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت
3. Let them worship the Lord of this sacred house,
الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف
4. Who has fed them against hunger, and made them secure against fear.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين
1. Have you seen the one who denies the final judgment?
فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم
2. That is the one who repulses the orphan.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين
3. And does not encourage the feeding of the poor.
فويل للمصلين
4. So woe to those hypocrites who pray,
الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون
5. Yet are unmindful of their prayers,
الذين هم يراءون
6. Those who only show off,
ويمنعون الماعون
7. And refuse to give even the simplest aid.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر
1. Indeed, we have granted you, O Prophet, abundant goodness.
فصل لربك وانحر
2. So pray and sacrifice to your Lord alone.
إن شانئك هو الأبتر
3. Only the one who hates you is truly cut off from any goodness.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون
1. Say, O Prophet, O you disbelievers,
لا أعبد ما تعبدون
2. I do not worship what you worship.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد
3. Nor do you worship what I worship.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم
4. I will never worship what you worship.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد
5. Nor will you ever worship what I worship.
لكم دينكم ولي دين
6. You have your way, and I have my way.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح
1. When Allah's ultimate help comes and the victory over Mecca is achieved.
ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا
2. And you, O Prophet, see the people embracing Allah's way in crowds.
فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا
3. Then glorify the praises of your Lord and seek His forgiveness. For certainly He is ever accepting of repentance.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب
1. May the hands of Abu Lahab perish, and he himself perish.
ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب
2. Neither his wealth nor worldly gains will benefit him.
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب
3. He will burn in a flaming fire.
وامرأته حمالة الحطب
4. And so will his wife, the carrier of thorny kindling.
في جيدها حبل من مسد
5. Around her neck will be a rope of palm fiber.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد
1. Say Muhammad, he is Allah, the one and only.
الله الصمد
2. God is the place to ask for everything.
لم يلد ولم يولد
3. God neither begotten nor begotten.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد
4. And there is nothing equal to him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق
1. Say, I take refuge in God who controls the dawn.
من شر ما خلق
2. From evil creatures he created.
ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب
3. And from the evils of the night when it is.
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد
4. And from the evil women of the witch who blows on the knots the ropes.
ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد
5. And from the evil of an envious person when he is envious.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس
1. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind.
ملك الناس
2. King of men.
إله الناس
3. Human worship.
من شر الوسواس الخناس
4. From the evil whispering of the hidden devil.
الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس
5. Who whispers evil into the human bosom.
من الجنة والناس
6. From class of jinn and humans.